I know you guys have seen this story about this young girl, Mahogany, right? Mm-hmm. Wendy, you ought to really take hold of this because you were so much into Shakayla Robinson.
Right.
And this is another Shakayla Robinson. This is a bunch of her friends. Oh, man. It's probably still going. We just frozen. This is a bunch of her friends. Let's see if it comes back. There it is. It came back, Lenore. Okay. Let's see. Him, let me go. Let's see. A bunch of her friends tortured her.
Oh my God.
It's shaking when you're moving. Okay. Beat her up.
What is going on?
Sodomized her.
These ain't friends.
Same as the Shakayla Robinson. Sodomized her. Abused her.
Really didn't like her.
For hours. And then shot her.
Why couldn't they just done that first?
Thank you.
And put her out of her misery.
And it all started.
Somebody have it filmed, like what's her name in Mexico?
They filmed it. You see what I'm talking about, stupid?
Wow. They put it on film.
Mahogany Jackson's. See, now we in a it's what
lax.
You call it. It's a lax, but I'm sorry. Mahogany Jackson's captors recorded her torture and horrific final moments, the police say. They so stupid, they put it on film. Wow. Mahogany Jackson, a Birmingham mother, held against her will and tortured for hours before was killed by a gunshot to the back of her head. She was stripped, handcuffed, beaten, spit on, and forced to perform sexual acts by gunpoint. A detective testified on Monday. The horrifying ordeal was recorded by 8 suspects, all 8 of them, and that were charged in her death. Authorities said Monday that Harris is the suspect they believe fired the fatal shot. A projectile was recovered from Jackson's head. They filmed themselves. So all the police had to do is look at the tape and see who was standing in where the projectile of where the bullet went. That's the person who fired the gun. 5 others are charged with felony murder. Tasia Lewis, Sanaya, Giovanni, and Blair, and Ariana, 23. They are also accused of first-degree kidnapping and first-degree sodomy.
Guys, too?
Women and men. Allegedly, Lewis and Clapp were charged for second-degree assault for pistol whipping her. They're all being held without bond.
Did she do anything?
Let me tell you what they did.
Did I can tell on them?
I'll tell you the whole story. Just hold on for a second.
Okay.
After almost 2 hours of chilling testimony, the judge ruled that there are no conditions on which any of these suspects would be given bond. So they staying in jail. Thank God. But this is what happened. All the videos are on line somewhere. I couldn't watch the ones where they actually killed her because you can't never get that out of your head.
They showed that?
They filmed it.
No, they filmed that part of it too?
Yes, they filmed it.
Do they not know that
they stupid, Lenore?
No, I'm just saying it's not even stupid. It's like there's something not right.
Something gone. Or on drugs or
I don't
something.
even want to say stupid because there are people who stupid got sense.
Probably on drugs.
Probably on drugs. Something wasn't going on right.
So, let me do this like that. They can see her. So the tape I watched was the beginning of this whole thing. Mm-hmm. Do you know when they was getting ready to beat her up and all this stuff? She still had her phone. And she texted her mom at 2:00 in the morning. And she said, I'm being held against my will. I'm paraphrasing it. I'm in apartment blank, blank, blank. Please call the police and have them come. Okay? Her mother didn't get the message to 7:00 that morning, 7:30 that morning.
How was that?
She texted her at 2:00. A lot of us don't wake up when we get our texts.
Oh.
Her mom didn't wake up.
So why did she text her? I would try to text somebody who would be up.
Somebody said she should have sent out a mass text to everybody.
Yeah, how you do that?
Somebody, well, you just put a bunch of people on it.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully somebody will get
out
the
of
thing.
the 10 people.
She probably wasn't thinking. She texted her mom and said, call the police. Yeah. And her mom called the police at 7:30 in the morning, and they went over to the place. One of the girls opened up the door and was like, oh, she was here, but she gone. And she was acting kind of elusive. And the cops was like, she's texted and said she was being held hostage, so you coming with us. Apparently, she must have been the one that showed them where everybody was or whatever, because when they got there, all they found was the body. But they videotaped it, and all of them had it online. So all the police had to do was look at the videotape to see who was in it. They're so stupid.
Why people do that?
So then,
they gotta be under the influence.
The video I saw was them starting to attack her.
Okay.
Apparently, I guess, well, they did the same thing to Shakayla.
Right.
We your friends. They friends with her. We all talking. We all love each other. We're friends. We're friends. Mm-hmm. And then one of the girls said, well, I'm going to confront her. She said such and such. She did this. She did that. So you could tell she all in her face like, we're going to fight. You know, we're gonna handle this. And the girl didn't want to fight. Same thing with Shakayla. Mm-hmm. They always find the one to pick on. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I don't want to fight. You know, I don't want to do nothing. And she was smacking her in the face. And she was like, oh, you know, like, I ain't say nothing. And they said, yes, you did. But all stupid stuff. Mm-hmm. And the guys were sitting around laughing. Then another girl came up, 2 big fat girls, bigger than me. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. You said such and such and such and such. Punching her in her face. Her mouth is bleeding. Mm-hmm. Start punching her. She falls down on the ground. She beating her up. So then at that point, I'm like, I ain't watching it no more.
What was it?
So they beat her up first. And she said, I saw the beginning of the one where they had her outside naked. She said on the ground, y'all already done beat me up. They was still going.
What did she do that they said that
somebody said she said something about them or talking?
Oh, they didn't go
nothing.
Any further.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing.
So it's like
to warrant all of that.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was a Shakayla thing. Somebody said you said something. You talking about us behind our back. You did this. School stuff that nobody had to go through all this when we was in school. Mm-hmm. The most you would get is beat up. Somebody said, don't be talking about us. They beat you up and then, you know,
have they had
push you outside or something.
Now, aside from the details, because I don't want to hear no more.
Right.
Are they at the court case now? Are they at the situation where they're questioning these people?
Yes, that's what I told you. They holding them without bond.
No, I'm saying, have they made any comments about, are they in court or where are they now with this?
They were in court when they were arrested.
Okay.
They had a bond hearing. The judge said no bond. That's where they are.
So what he heard.
Right.
And what they saw, though, because he saw the footage.
The police saw the footage.
Oh, so they had already seen what these people did to her.
And I watched somebody today, because apparently this is all talk in Birmingham with people who know all of them. This one dude, you know, they all sound young and stupid. All of them online talking. Hey, man, I heard it's still 3 more, man. They ain't even picked them up. I ain't saying nothing. But it's 3 more that was there. It was 3 more that was there. I ain't saying nothing. Now, you online, you big dummy, saying you know 3 more that was there. You don't think the police gonna come knock on your door?
Yeah.
And say you know who else was there? You better tell us, or we locking you up.
Questioning him.
They so want to get online so bad, this generation. Mm. They put their crimes online. They put everything online.
They got themselves holding their weapons. They doing all of this.
You put gang affiliation online. You do the work for the police.
You know what? It's so sad because now it's like the hard things that is hard to find any of them that do the drive-bys and all of that in the Chicago area. I'm surprised they don't film that. But I'm thinking that's what we want them to film is when they do these drive-bys and hurt people and shoot.
A lot of them do film it. They just don't put it online. But their friends might have the footage. Mm. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. They film stuff to show people. Remember Well, what's that movie? Lorens Tape was in. So I guess they've been doing it before social media. Y'all remember? Oh, they had the footage. No, they had the footage when they went in and shot that Chinese lady in the shop. Y'all remember the movie Lorens Tape? And they had the surveillance camera.
Right.
And he kept showing it at houses. You didn't see that? What's the movie, y'all, with Lorens Tape? Hold on. Now I got to know it.
When he came back from prison?
No. No. You didn't see it. It's a movie you wouldn't see. Y'all know what movie. If y'all know it, tell me what it is. With Lorens Tape.
Where has he been lately? I haven't seen him.
If y'all know it, tell me what it is. Menace to Society.
Oh, okay.
Menace to Society. I got it now. Menace to Society. Remember, it was the two boys. Well, you didn't see it. The two boys, and Lorens Tape was like bad. He was like a bad influence on one of the guys, and they went into a one of those shops, like a grocery store or something, a Maldago or something, and they was acting up. And as they was leaving or stealing something or whatever, the one Asian man said, "I feel sorry for your mother."
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, you remember?
I saw
and
that
Lorens
part.
Tape turned around and shot him.
Yeah, because he said that.
Right. There was the surveillance camera footage they took. He was showing it at people's houses. And the other guy was like, "Quit showing that. You gonna get us locked up, you big dummy."
Oh, see?
Same thing. But this was what? 1993. Menace to Society came out. So they've been doing it. The difference is now they have social media. They have a bigger audience now.
I'm trying to figure out. It's hard to even figure out things now.
Don't try to figure it out.
Because I'm trying to think, what frame of mind are you in? Like the ones that did do. What's the frame of mind you're in? Because I go spiritual on you. For some reason, I go to the spiritual side.
Some people said they think it was.
Were they on a drug?
Some people think.
Were they drunk?
Some people think it was satanic. And some people think they was high. In my opinion,
it could be both.
I watched the tape.
It could be both.
I did not see high.
I
saw
demonic.
I saw
influence.
Demonic influence
because
the way that girl was so angry at her.
Yeah,
it did not look to me like they was out of it, and they, you know what I'm saying? Like they just was like, let me just go on and just do this. It could be, they could have been on drugs too.
Right.
But there was definitely satanic influence in this because the level of anger that they had for what they said she did did not warrant all of that. That was vicious. That's the type of stuff where you say the devil takes over your mind and then you end up stabbing somebody 100 times.
Exactly. And then you feel sorry later.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. And then you did above and beyond.
Exactly.
Who does this
now
14 times?
Can you use drugs to get into that state? I do believe so.
Yeah.
Because you can use drugs to allow Satan to be able to come in and utilize you
where
that
your
way.
will is not in control anymore.
You weak. It's like almost like you can't even fight it off because you use something.
I remember Miles Monroe was talking about that in one of the ministries when he was saying, be careful as far as demonic influence, because they have to have an opening to go and to try to influence you when you are not, your mind is out and capacitated. When you're
unable to be a person in
drinking or something and you're not in control anymore, that can open a door to some supernatural.
That's why some people don't like being hypnotized.
Yes.
That not because they believe that hypnotism is satanic. Right. They don't like anybody having control over their mind. No. Because in that case, anybody could do anything at that point.
Thank you. That's why we even pray when we go under in when we have surgeries and stuff.
Yes.
Be prayerful when anytime you got to go under something, the gas for
because somebody else is controlling what's going on with you.
Lord, let me be. Oh, yeah. Holy Spirit, watch over
I want my angels in that operating room. No funny, dirty business going on right there.
Take your hands, Satan, and get out of here.
So if there's any imps flying around, my angels are looking at them going, don't even try anything, buddy.
But these kids got to go down, down for this.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. That is so mean.
Monica says, I heard it was weed. Maybe she stole some weed. They thought she stole some weed or something.
Are they on weed?
Or maybe they was on weed. I don't know what you mean, Monica.
Ooh.
Potactic. Wendy says, why didn't she call the police? She couldn't because she was in the room with them. Now, she could have called the police and left the phone.
Yeah, you can't do 911 and text. Right. You can't text.
You can't do 911 and text.
Because they're going to need to know.
I guess she could have turned the phone on and 911 and let them hear what was going on.
But you were right. The only other thing is a group text.
A group
with
text.
A bunch of people that she last talked to. Maybe it was them. Because she hang with them, right? Are they friends?
Maybe that's who the people would have been on the text.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, she trying to call the police.
But imagine how her mom feels.
Oh.
That you slept through a text. Had you been up, you may have been able to get there. Because they didn't leave right away, right after she texted.
They just hung out?
They beat her up for hours.
Oh. And this was more than how many people?
8.
All 8 of them are caught.
Yes. Well, according to the other people that own thing, it's like 3 more people out there.
Okay.
That's not, you can't see them. Okay. You can't see them on the film. So the police didn't arrest them.
Okay, this is where you go in the legal world. Their defense lawyer.
Well, you know what? You have to have a defense. Oh my God,
I know. What is his defense or
Guess what the defense is? Guess what the defense is? What? And now I understand defense attorneys. No, I understand defense attorneys. What? Prove your case, police, with no shortcuts. You don't need to embellish anything. You don't need to add on anything. You don't need to add any kind of weapons.
If they don't have a warrant for anything, if they T's are not crossed and they I's are dot, that defense lawyer can get them off.
But you have to be able to, put it this way. Unlike what happened with Shakayla Robinson,
another country,
they didn't show themselves off in her.
Right.
They just showed themselves in a fight.
Right.
Hold on.
So they got away with.
Keep talking.
It didn't show them actually taking her life.
Yes.
So their defense lawyer
for Shakayla Robinson,
if they had the defense lawyer in there,
now these guys
actually see my people do take her out.
These guys are talking about they actually showed themselves taking her life. Wow. And it's here in America. So when I watch some of their friends and these young people on, because I go to a lot of the websites that's like probably get shut down after a day or whatever. Mm-hmm. They said if they come out on the street, they gonna kill all of them.
What do you mean?
If they come out on the street justice is gonna get them. Ooh. So they're dead either way. And they were saying in prison, they already know people that's gonna mess with them when they go to prison.
But are they part of gangs though?
It don't matter.
Because they could be part of a gang that protects them in prison.
No, not this. The people that I was watching are in gangs. And they said, nobody does this. You don't brutally...
Gang bangers
they don't even do this. You don't torture somebody for hours, make them perform acts on you, sodomize them, beat them up, and then shoot them.
Yeah.
They were like...
That's why I was saying, what did she do?
Gang member of mine, if you are.
Yeah.
So, no. Wow. So they said the best thing for them is to stay where they are right now, which is in jail. Because when they go to prison, they're going to off them. And if they come out on the street, they're going to off them.
Well, let's see if they can take care of themselves in prison like they did her.
Some of the kids might get off with less because if they didn't show, I didn't touch her.
Right.
I was there.
That was just there.
One of the boys is 17. He said he was there. And when they took her to the next location, he went home and told his mom. So I don't think he should get the same. I think he should get something because he was there when they was beating her up. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he should get the same penalty. Mm-hmm. So they got to look at each one of them and see. Maybe
especially
the other one is like
pull the trigger.
The other one was like, I didn't know she was going to do that.
And whoever touched her physically
gets another one.
Yeah.
So each one gets a different level. The boy that was at the place, he definitely is getting holding somebody against their will.
Right.
Because he was there.
Oh, yeah. He was part of that group.
And he didn't call nobody. He could have called somebody right then and had somebody come. They wouldn't have known. He could have went in the washroom and called the police. They wouldn't have known he did that.
That's an ugly story.
Isn't that ugly?
Is. To lose your child or your family member that way.
Yep. Monica says, guys, we have to pray very hard. This generation is a different type of people. They don't care about no one but theyself. And Justice says, I think they start live streaming, and the worse it gets, they don't think to stop filming.
Maybe.
Because they want the likes. I agree.
Maybe. Yeah.
Monica says, I may have been talking about what took place in Mexico. Oh, okay.
Okay. That's sad.
Oh, about the weed?
Oh, my heart just kind of like, oh, Lord, no. I do not want to go out that way. If I leave this earth,
and
nobody should go through that.
But she texted her mom. Yeah, I'm thinking she couldn't get on the phone, maybe. I don't know, Wendy.
Because if
I wasn't there. I don't know why she chose to do that. Maybe they wasn't as suspicious. Maybe they said, text your mom and tell her you're not coming home. Maybe. And then she figured, I'm texting my mom. You're watching me text my mom. And maybe she slid that one in and deleted it right after she did it. We don't know. So that they can look and say, okay, I can see you said, Mom, I'm not going to be home till tomorrow morning.
We couldn't text our mom.
Yeah. So, we don't know until the whole story comes out.
My mom doesn't do texting.
When they get her phone, her mom had her phone, y'all. If y'all get a chance, look this up. Look and see if they got her phone. The mom showed her phone. But do they have the girl who passed away's phone? Mahogany. If Mahogany's phone shows, she might have deleted or something. They could get text. They could get records of stuff that was deleted. Mm-hmm. She might have texted her mom and said, Mom, I'm coming home tomorrow morning. Don't worry, I'll be there. Which is what they told her to do. Mm-hmm. And then the second text could have been, they holding me hostage. Call the police. Then right when she sent it, you can delete it right then. So if they looking at her phone, they only see she sent one. So I don't know.
I'm just curious as to the defense lawyers.
Yep.
It's just how they going to take this case.
Yep.
That's one thing I do, because we know people that are in the legal system, legal profession, I should say. And I always question the defense lawyers.
But I understand it.
When they have to defend someone who has filmed themselves outing somebody.
Yeah.
So now you got to think strategically, how I'm going to get this person out of this.
Yep.
All
right, so let's move on.
I didn't so much get them out, but lessen the charges.
Right. So I did want to, I know it's a horrible story, but I had to tell it because I feel like the more and more that news comes out, you're going to see it plastered all over the news. Justice for Mahogany. That's what her family is saying.
Sad. That's sad.
Now, we always try to do something